Hello, everybody, and welcome to our UW Esports Games of the Week. Tonight, we're going to be bringing you all our Rocket League team as they play against California Polytechnic in their CRL matches this week. As you all know, our esports program seeks to build and foster community, open doors to the vast career opportunities in the field of gaming, and promote the virtues of healthy competition. Through esports, we are able to communicate with one another, forming and developing digital communities that we find so very necessary in the challenging times that we have been and currently are facing. We hope you enjoy being a part of our community, and we invite you guys to get more involved. If you follow us here on our Twitch or on our UW Esports Discord server, as well as on any other social channel at U of Wa Esports. That would be amazing. Now, to introduce ourselves, I am Caleb, or Hydra K9, currently a second year at the University of Washington. I'm going to be one of your casters for the night.
And I'm Vin, also known as Kaz, and I'll be your other caster for tonight.
Glad we got to premiere that new highlight video for the Rocket League team. It's always fun to have new content to show you guys. And if I do say so myself, I think it's a pretty good video. Um, But yeah, with that, I think we can start talking about the games we have ahead of us. We're going to be playing against Cal Poly, which is one of our, I don't want to call it a rival, but a team that we definitely have struggled playing in the past and definitely play very good, very close matches against. So I'm, looking forward to see if UW can come out on top of this one, or if they're going to struggle up against someone that they haven't. I don't even know if they've beat Cal Poly yet. I'm not 100% sure on their total standings for CRL, but I know previously they were 0 against Cal Poly. Although the games were definitely very close. These are two very close and competitive teams. I think it could go either way. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched UW and Cal Poly play against each other yet, but I do know that Cal Poly is a pretty high regarded team. The team do really well in the tournaments that I do see them in. So so yeah, I mean it should be a good game. It should be a good challenge for our boys at UW, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, and this is also, I mean, coming off of our games from last week, I think we're going to see a very different UW. I think last week we saw a bit of a sluggish play, but maybe even a bit lackluster. But I think this week we're really going to see, the competitive UW that we're used to, especially playing against Cal Poly. I think that might light the fire under them, and get them going. Get the energy up as they play against a team that's definitely very equal to their skill level.
Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely think that they can do it. Um, I know that UW score in or their total game series right now in CRL is more on the losing side. I believe they're 2-4, but I still think that they can take it to these top teams, and it'll be exciting to see what they can bring to this upper team. I believe right now Cal Poly is in sixth, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, I think that UW can definitely improve their play against Cal Poly here. I think that they have grown really quite a bit as a team. Playing in CRL, playing those six regulation matches, and playing in the tournament to actually qualify for CRL. I think they've really grown as a team, playing much more cohesively together, getting lots of practice in. They also have a coach through CRL that they get help from and talk through different things like rotations and what they need to work on. And I really think that all of that together has made them a very competitive team.
I mean, we've seen them play these past few weeks, and they're doing a really good job. I mean, they're going against these top rated teams, and they're not getting absolutely destroyed. They're playing their best, and really bringing the challenge to them. So it's exciting to see. To see them find their mistakes and then finally be able to work on those mistakes, and to see them struggle a bit, because we don't always see UW struggle against most opponents. So it's really exciting, and hopefully in this game we can see them you know find mistakes, make up those mistakes, and just make sure to take home the game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. We are waiting a bit here while we get the Rocket League games up and ready to go. In the meantime, we can talk about a couple of things. Make sure, like we mentioned before, that you guys join that Discord and get behind the scenes. It's also where you can, become a part of the community, support our UW Sports boys as they play in CRL. Also, our other teams, Overwatch and League of Legends. They all like to pop in and into the Discord server and talk about what was going on. So make sure that you join that Discord server. You can get that link from Nightbot if you ask. And make sure that you also follow us on all of our other social channels at U of Wa Esports. But with that, it looks like these games are up and ready to go, and we can get into game one here of UW versus Cal Poly. It looks like we have UW in orange here, Cal Poly in blue. Already ball to Vixie. Good patience there. Playing this off the side wall. Well intercepted there. Wizard puts one high, and it's going to be played out by Monku. As well plays this ball down. Marion with a pass down to Eisen. Or 1Zen, not 100% sure on that one. As he plays this ball out, it's definitely been a bit slower paced. I know Cal Poly is a very controlled team. I know they like to take their time on the ball and play the passing plays and play off of each other as much as possible. So I'm definitely gonna. I'm expecting UW to kind of struggle with that pacing for a while. I know UW likes to pick up the speed and play the aggressive offense. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to adapt their play style enough to maintain the composure and stay on top of this game.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you mentioned that. I think it'll be, yeah, like you said, really interesting to see how UW adapts to this. I'm seeing already a lot of harassing the back line from Cal Poly, so it'll be really interesting to see how UW deals with that.
Yeah, definitely agree. Monku with a good pass down mid. Marion puts that on. Not a whole lot of power right to Vixie. Able to get a pretty easy save there. That's going to put UW back on Cal Poly's half. Good play in by Wizard. Lots of power on that one, making it hard to read. One's in plays this ball out. Going to be intercepted by Whale. Good control there, and it's going to be an open net, but not able to get around that. Cal Poly is back on offense. But not for long as Wizard puts a shot on. Intercepted by Monku in net. Lots of back and forth here.
It's really interesting to see. Like you said, Cal Poly does, I feel like, have a lot of control with the ball, but UW is doing a really good job at whenever they do get a chance to handle the ball, that they're taking it slow on their own and making sure that whatever shot they do end up getting, they make it a good shot. So
I think they're also just doing, as I say that, a nice shot put on, but a great save from Whale. Using that crossbar to get that pinch out, and that's going to save UW from getting scored on in this this first 3 minutes of the game here. But I think UW is doing a great job of reading Cal Poly at the moment. I think that Cal Poly is doing a good job of setting up those passing plays and setting up those controlled touches, but I think UW is right there to intercept those so far. Whale with good control in the air there, a nice dribble to the corner. Not much to do with it, but it does buy teammates some time to grab boost. Whale up, good, nice high play. Forces boost usage. Playing this ball down, Vixie intercepting. Playing it off the backboard, a nice hard touch. Wizard puts that one on, and that's going to be the first goal for UW. That is what we want to see from the UW boys. Great touches, great passing plays, and a great way to kick this off.
Yeah, really good way to start this off. I mean, amazing pass from Whale to recognize that the Cal Poly defender out of position on the backboard, and to be able to get the good pass down to Wizard. So.
Whale trying to play that ball off the wall, not quite getting the touch needed. Gonna give Cal Poly an opportunity here. Ball past mid, but Vixie, good read there, intercepting that before it became dangerous. A nice touchdown. A little bit too much power on that pinch, and this is going to be UW's clear. Good demo there from Cal Poly. Open net, another bump. That is a great, aggressive contact play there from Cal Poly. A great job harassing that back line, using that physical play. Definitely what we want to see.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna be seeing that all night.
Woo! Oh
Amazing fake, though.
no!
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no! Oh, Dixie's gonna have to think about that one for a little bit. That was a great fake on the goal line. Axel's broken. That's gonna put Cal Poly up 1 goal here. Monk with a touch in, and Vixie not able to get back in time. What a missed touch on that save there. He's gonna play the ball out a little too hard, and now Cal Poly has their first insurance goal. 40 seconds left. This is gonna be tough for UW to come back here. Good pinch out in favor of UW. Vixie time to control this. A good ceiling pinch. But Whale a little bit too aggressive on that one. Put Wizard in the last man back scenario and just not able to get up in time for that one. Bit of an overcommit from Whale leads to a tough spot for Wizard. Good high flick off the backboard. No one there to follow that one up, but it does buy time for boost collecting. Opportunity to control here from Cal Poly. The flip reset. Nothing made of it. One's in place this mid to Whale. Whale not able to get a shot on as Vixie gets the touch in the corner. 3 seconds left, down 3 goals. It's not going to be doable. That's going to be balled down. Game 1 in favor of Cal Poly. That is not exactly how we want the series to start, but well played from UW. I think the scoreline shows a little bit of is a bit misleading as to how the game actually went. I think UW held that together really well, and even made some great plays of their own. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I think UW played really well. I think Cal Poly is just a really, really good team. I think UW this next game has to really think about these different play sets that maybe they're not used to seeing all the time, and how like that fake that we saw from, I believe, one Zen or Izen, I'm not sure how to say it, but um that fake that we saw, a lot of mental game here in this last game. So hopefully UW is ready for that and prepared for that for this next game, and hopefully it'll be a good one.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that they need to do a bit of adjusting to that playstyle. I think that that is probably, at least in my opinion, one of the most frustrating playstyles to play against, especially when you are a fast-paced team like UW, and you like to ramp up the speed and try and force those like awkward scenarios just by putting your opponent in a spot where they're not super comfortable, making it a bit awkward by forcing them to play faster than they're used to. The opposite can be even more uncomfortable. Being forced to slow down, to play slower, especially when you're a team that likes to play faster, can be really hard, really tough to manage and control. So it'll be interesting to see if UW can, regain the composure or even force Cal Poly to play their play style. I think Cal Poly does a great job of forcing the tempo, um, and kind of controlling the pace of the game. And if UW can flip that on them and begin controlling the pace themselves, I think we could see a very dominant UW out there on the field.
Yeah, I agree.
But with that, let's get into game 2 here and see what UW does just to adjust to this playstyle. It's a good way to start this off. Kickoff in favor of UW. Dixie opting for the pass instead of the boost. Well, trying to get a read on that one, but it's a bit awkward as Marion 50s with Wizard. Double commit there, but a good save from Wizard as Vixie did not have that touch there. Well, goes for a clear. Wizard a bit in his way. Vixie with an unfortunate touch there. That's going to be awkward. Trying for the flip reset, but Wizard's there on the back ball to intercept that. Good 50 from Whale. Marion having to use quite a bit of boost there. Looks like all of the boost used just to get this ball back on the other side of the field. Wizard with a nice redirect, just barely off. Well placed. A little lower, and we would have seen a great goal. You think UW looks uncomfortable here, Vin, or do you think they look settled?
I mean, we saw a little bit, maybe I don't know, miscommunication or just confusion in general in the very beginning. But I think they got everything in order. It wasn't really too big of any mistakes, and they're getting some pretty good chances on net. So I think it's looking all right.
Yeah, I definitely think that the last couple of times that I at least
Oh my
that it's a
gosh.
bit awkward there, but Whale there to follow that one up. Not sure what was happening. It's a tough read and definitely a tough spot to play off of that, like that corner of the goalpost. I can get really awkward, so I see the miss happening there quite often. But definitely can be awkward for your team. But as I was saying, watch a bit of a mistouch there from Whale. I'm not going to get a chance to talk as there a bit of goal line chaos from UW so far. I was just about to say, their last couple of games in CRL, they have looked panicky on the backline, and that is 100% understandable. This is UW's first time in CRL, the highest level of collegiate Rocket League play. They qualified. It was a very exciting moment, and that adrenaline gets pumping, knowing that they got to prove themselves here, being here for the first time. They got
Oh
to
my
show that
gosh.
they're worthy of this spot. So I understand the panic and feeling that adrenaline getting to them. And I was gonna say it didn't look like they were panicking too hard on defense here. It looks like they've possibly settled and become more comfortable playing against these upper level CRL teams. But I'm not sure if they're proving that so much anymore coming into game two here. Dixie with a nice touch out. Good speed there from Wizard. Making this awkward Whale. Tries to put that one back in. It's going to go right into the wheels of Aizen. See with a good fake. Beats one. Marion's there to follow up. Nice booming touch out from Wizard, but one's then very quick up to that ball, and another touch on that one. A double commit from Cal Poly. This could be UW's chance. Ball played center. Whale plays it around another one, and that is a very tight angle. What a shot. Definitely a great play there from Wales, taking that ball on solo, getting that tight, tough angle.
Yeah, I'm noticing that Cal Poly, including this last goal here for UW, the Cal Poly's kind of just, oh my gosh, and Wales just gonna hit that top right.
That is upper bins if I've ever seen it. Off the post and in, and UW now has a goal safe. As Cal Poly needs to score two just to tie this up. UW is looking to be in a good spot here in game two.
Oh yeah.
Good pass down, but Vixie's there to read it, and that's what I was talking about in game one. They are there for Cal Poly's plays. They are reading them like a book. And I think that we are seeing UW pick up the pace here and force Cal Poly to play their speed. Cal Poly tried to slow it down, tried to make a passing play happen, and Vixie said, no. I'm taking that pass. I'm going to score this one.
Absolutely. I think we're seeing a completely way more confident UW right now, and I think we might end up seeing a more panicky and more nervous Cal Poly.
Should be something that I have yet to see every time I have seen Cal Poly play. Very controlled, very, very calm. And it'll be very interesting to see if UW can put them in a scenario where they feel the need to panic. And it looks like they are playing a lot faster now on the field. It looks like the ball is, doing a lot more back and forth, doing a lot more bouncing and such, just like the car ball says that it should. But that speed of play has definitely increased, and it looks like Cal Poly's not super comfortable with how fast it is. 4 seconds left and another ball on net. Fixie not able to finish that one. A bit unfortunate. But that is going to be game two in favor of UW, and it is now tied 1-1 in the series. That is definitely what we want to see from UW. They were able to adjust, and that is what we wanted from them, what they needed to do, and they brought it right back to Cal Poly and tied the series up 1-1.
Yeah, UW doing a really good job at, like you were saying, like reading the play, reading Cal Poly like an open book. We saw Vixie get that pretty free goal right there. I think it was their third goal, I believe. But yeah, Cal Poly looking a bit nervous in that second game. There was a lot of resources used. A lot of the time, they would be going up for the ball. They would use two people to go up for a ball that was all the way up on the ceiling, while UW would only use one. And if you're Cal Poly using two players and UW using only one player, you can kind of do the math there. But UW has an advantage in a 2v1 rather than a 2v2. Um, so hopefully Cal Poly can look at that and maybe try to get some better 50-50s, or maybe use less resources on just one ball. And it'll be interesting to see how they do.
Yeah, I think that they definitely have the ability to put the pacing back in their, side of the field and utilize their play style that we're used to them, playing around. So I think that they have the ability to control the field. And I think it's more on UW here to fight for the pacing control. And just like we saw in game two, when they gain that control and start playing the game at the speed that they want to, it's going to go a very different way than we saw in game one. But with that said, I think we get into game three here in this best of five series, tied 1-1. Nice high kickoff there. Marion with good speed playing that around. Wizard last man back with low boost, playing that out. Dixie with a good rotation cut. It's going to put him in the right spot to make this save. Bit of a misread there from Marion. That's going to be over the head of two UW defenders. They were a little too confident on that 50-50. Marion with a nice high touch there. Going to be off backboard, and no one's there to follow that one up. It's going to give Dixie some time on the ball. Pass out mid, good vision, but Wizard there and reading that. Whale putting this one up high. That's going to beat the last defender. Very well placed from Vixie, but not enough power to sneak it past both defenders. And that's going to be their first goal. Very quick start for UW. Ball bouncing back and forth off of those sidewalls, off of that backboard, making it very tough for Cal Poly to read, forcing that boost usage. And it's going to be a nice, easy slot in for Vixie there.
Yeah, I think Cal Poly right now is doing a bit of a tough job, or a tough time, having a bit of a tough time on defense. They seem to kind of just be booming the ball straight back at UW, and it's allowing them to just get shot after shot after shot. Unless that just goes in from Cal Poly, never mind. On offense, they clearly have the control.
Yeah, good air control there from Marion. Good use of air roll to get around that ball and play that one in just over the head of Vixie. That was definitely a nice shot. A good way for Cal Poly to bring themselves back into this game. A close one there from Marion. That's going to be another shot on.
Oh my
Double
God.
commit there is going to result in a not so great save, but Wizard's there to follow it up and gets the flick out. With 50 in front of net, that's going to be a high floater. No one with enough boosts on Cal Poly to follow that up. Whale with the control here. Marion intercepting that. A 50 down. Wizard not able to follow it. With patience there. Plays it around another. It's going to be Cal Poly's ball in the corner. They have a lot of space on the field. Makes a pass off to Monku, who carries this onto the other side of the field. Trying to get a pass out center. A good pass there, but no one to follow it. They had given up. Dixie on the backboard. Catching this for the control and nice booming touch. It's going to be over the head of one. And a 50 that beats another. Whale puts the shot on. What a save from one Zen. And another great save. But it's not enough. As finally UW is able to get that last touch in that they needed. And that's going to be Vixie's second goal of the game. Trying for the wall dash. It's not going to work out. It's a tough mechanic to pull off, especially in-game. I definitely think it's one of the riskier new mechanics to try and go for. As failing it can really kill your momentum and put you out of position. Wizard with a nice touchdown. Marion intercepting. Once in tries to get it on the way off the ceiling. Not able to. Whale trying for the pinch, but not enough power, and that's going to give Marion a free ball here, who gets a pass down to one Zen, but read by Wizard. And again, UW all over Cal Poly on that defensive half. They are not able to make those passing plays, make those touches out without UW being right there to stop them. Good flick over the head of Wizard from one Zen. But Vixie is not going to let him fake him again. Nice powerful touch out, and that puts UW in a 3v2. Whale with a nice high touch there, getting the second. But Marion, good recovery in net, using that back wall. Turn themselves around and get that goal, that ball out of goal. Vixie with a nice high touch. Wizard up for this one. It's gonna be a shot on, but Whale is right there to play this back out. That's awkward off the ceiling. Marion having to use a lot of boost to recover for that. UW can keep the pressure up here. They have a decent chance of making a goal happen, but they aren't able to, and that's gonna be a shot on. A great save from Wizard. Or I'm sorry, from Whale, I believe. What are you seeing here, Vin, that is making this game so close?
I mean, both teams are kind of just going back and forth. It's looking real. Actually, wait. Oh, this might be a goal here. Oh my gosh, almost an open net. But UW is doing a really good job at reading Cal Poly's plays, and I think, like you were saying earlier, they're doing a really good job at, you know, being the aggressor and changing the pace of the game, not allowing Cal Poly to just do whatever they want with the ball on defense.
Yeah, I think that that is the crucial pivoting point for their, matchup against Cal Poly. I think that that's what they struggled with every other time I've seen them play Cal Poly is just adjusting the play style, and they are able to execute that and put themselves at the advantage here in the series, which is not very often that we see UW, up in the series against Cal Poly. But they are now at match point, and Cal Poly is going to have to fight if they want to stay in this best of five.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that UW definitely needs to be careful with this next game. They were making a lot of saves towards that last couple of minutes throughout the game, and they were just kind of stuck on their back corner. We saw a lot of close saves, and I think that if Cal Poly is just able to maybe be a little bit more accurate or have just a little bit more power, it could end up in a goal, and UW could see themselves in a tougher game. So hopefully they'll be more careful and finish out strongly.
Yeah, I think that to put it in Rocket League terms, I think that UW just needs to keep feeling themselves as they play through this. I think that it's the way to go. The confidence is working out for them. The speed of play is adjusting really well when they're playing confident, playing like they own the field, and playing like they're better than Cal Poly, which we can see that they have the opportunity to play better than Cal Poly, and with these two teams so closely matched, it really comes down to who's playing better this day, and it looks like UW is eking out the advantage and up in this series. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to hold on to this, or if Cal Poly is not going to let them have it so easy.
I agree.
But with that, I think we get into game 4 here. UW up at match point for this best of 5. Monk with the control in the corner. Nice hard touch there from Marion, but good clear from Whale. It's going to go straight into the hands of one Zen. Bit of a double commit there from Vixie and Wizard. It works out. Buys them some time for that boost control. Marion trying to get a shot on, but a bit of an unfortunate whiff there. Wizard with a good pass down to Vixie. Vixie off the back wall, nice and hard. Whale puts this one on, and it's going to be well placed. No one is able to reach that from Cal Poly. And they are going to start this game off with the advantage. We're playing that one out. Vixie not able to get a touch. It's going to put Wizard in the last man back scenario, but a good touch. Good thought and good control there from Wizard on defense. Just like we're used to seeing from him. Shot opportunity. Marion puts that one close. Ends Zen's going to have the exact same shot, but this time it's intercepted by Wizard. That's going to put them back on their own half. Followed by Whale. It's good booming clear. One Zen here to read this one. Trying for the redirect, but just barely not able to get around it. Wizard with a nice high touch. Marion up for that one very quick there. And one Zen even quicker than Vixie. Ronku with another high touch. This ball has been floating in front of UW's net, forcing so much boost out. Both teams are running low here, but Cal Poly does have the advantage in this situation as they control those mid paths. Another well-placed shot, a double commit there. It's going to lead to an awkward clear. As again, that ball bounces high. Is it up for that? Well, just missing this, and Monku's going to play it back in. That UW is stuck on their half. They need a clear here if they want to keep fighting in this.
Oh yeah, UW's been on their half for a good minute and a half here. And that was almost a really good flip reset into a goal. But UW is doing just an amazing job at staying calm on defense. I mean, it really doesn't look like they're panicking at all, and they're trying to control it as much as they can. But whenever they need boost, they just seem to be able to clear it, get some boost, and then just the cycle repeats. You know.
I think that, yeah, I agree with that as Wizard puts that in. And that's going to be their first insurance goal, and this is going to be as close as they've gotten to beating Cal Poly so far. Well, with a nice shot on Marion up for that. Not quite the clear you need as Monku has to use boost to get a clear out. But a good boom from one Zen is going to buy them time. But I think you're right. I think UW is in a good headspace and confident in their choices, confident in their actions, and it's leading to good plays and good positioning from them. Wizard getting dunked in the corner, and that's going to be a shot from Marion, saved by Vixie. Whale up for that faster than Monku. Another touch out mid. Marion's going to have a shot here. Playing that one high right to the car of Vixie. He's going to play that around two Cal Poly defenders. This is a 3v1, but no one there to follow that one up, and it's going to give Cal Poly some time to control this out. Monku with the speed there. Vixie last man back, choosing to turn around. Getting bumped off the wall. It's going to be an open touch, but too slow to follow that one up. Whale is going to get the touch out. It looks like an open net here, but missing that last touch. That's a bit unfortunate there from Whale. Not what you want to see in that scenario. And a double commit there. It's going to be awkward for UW, but Wizards there to save that. Recovering from the from the teammate bump. Managing to eke out a save on the goal line.
I think we are kind of seeing at least a little bit of a more panicked, or at least a little bit shaky Cal Poly. There's a lot of whiffs going out, and I don't feel like that is normally seen from such a high caliber team.
Yeah, I think that we're used to seeing Cal Poly controlled, and usually what I think gets Cal Poly, what gets them beaten is the faster play style that they're just not so used to. But even when they're getting beat, I don't think I see them as frantic as they seem right now, and it's definitely not very frantic. I think we've seen teams panic much harder than Cal Poly would be right now. I wouldn't even call it panicking. I would just call it like a bit of awkwardness, a bit of frantic play. But it is uncharacteristic from Cal Poly. We don't see that very often. It's pretty great to see that UW is able to bring that out of them and force that awkward play style. 8 seconds left on the clock. 2 goals up. Cal Poly needs a goal fast if they want to stay in this. This has to be the attack, and it is not it. That's going to be game for UW and the series in their favor. What a way to end that, and a great game 4 from UW and Cal Poly.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you see, Vin, that you changed the tides, from game 1, and then a sweep from UW from then on? What do you think they did that was so pivotal there?
I mean, I think they just took away the control that Cal Poly had in the beginning. There was a lot of control that we saw from Cal Poly in the beginning in their defense, all the way to their offense. And I think from the second game all the way to the very end, it was just very kind of one sided in the amount of control. I mean, we clearly saw that UW just took everything to Cal Poly, and I didn't really see a whole lot of control on defense. It was more on offense. There was definitely a lot of control and there was definitely a lot of mechanics shown, but I think on defense there was it was a bit of a struggle, and it was kind of just passing to UW over and over and over again. So I think when you do that, it's a bit tough to score goals.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I think that putting Cal Poly on the back foot, forcing the awkward plays, and the reading of Cal Poly that UW was doing that was so, pivotal, and their ability to kind of see the plays unfold on Cal Poly's end was definitely great to watch, and a bit of Rocket League that we aren't used to seeing. We see UW outspeed, out mechanic, outplay other teams pretty often. They're a great team and a force to be reckoned with when they're out there on the field. But it's not very often that we see them, force a different play style, almost outbrain the other team, control their pace, and really think about what they're doing, and see almost the future of Cal Poly's plays. It's definitely a great style of Rocket League to watch, and one that you don't see very often, especially at the collegiate level.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah. With that, I think there's not much more to say. Congratulations to UW for finally beating out Cal Poly in that best of five. A great scoreline, 3-1. Cal Poly played absolutely great. Always fun to watch them play. So controlled, so calm on the field, and it's not very often that a team forces them to panic like UW just did. So congratulations to UW for playing so well tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us on the University of Washington Twitch channel tonight and spending some time with our production crew, our players, and the talent. We really appreciate you guys, being here to support us, and it gives us something fun to do on the weekends that we can look forward to. Remember to check us out at U of Wa Esports on most platforms. That includes Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You guys can join the Discord if you are interested in volunteering behind the scenes, getting involved with us and seeing what it's like in the casting booth or in the production team. They do such a great job, and we are really appreciative of these guys behind the screen, because without them, this would not be possible. Additionally, we are happy to announce that the UW Broadcast Center in the RSO Resource Center is now taking reservations for RSOs. If you want to get started producing content for an RSO but don't have all the technology available to you, then that might be the perfect opportunity for you. So make sure to go check that out in the hub if you don't have those materials available. Also, make sure that you guys stick around to watch our Overwatch team go head-to-head with their opponent at 8 o'clock. That is not something you want to miss, and we definitely love having the support for all of our UW esports teams, not just the Rocket League team, although Vin and I are a bit biased. But make sure that you stick around and watch over the Overwatch team play and cheer them on. But with that, I think it's time for our Rocket League crew to say goodnight and hand this over to the Overwatch team at 8 o'clock.
It began with 3 pillars, the foundation for UW Esports, pushing ourselves to greater heights.
Community.
Career. Competition.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of Toronto Defiant. Toronto Defiant Yakpung. Reminiscent of that, of just juggling everyone into the corner there.
Maybe that'll be the game changer here for UW.
Maybe, oh my goodness, what an angle by Wizard!
Wow. What a shot.